Hey everyone, Terry here, Terry Till, and today I'm going to look at a new program called In One Profits, or for short, AIOP. This is a new program. I've been looking at it for a few months actually. Anyway, I've taken the plunge and decided to join. It's basically $10 a month, and it gives you a professional autoresponder, some web hosting, advertising. Basically, it says all the marketing, web tools, list building, and cash, because it's got a great compensation plan as well. But I'm not really going to go into that for this video. I'll probably do separate videos on that. What I want to do in this video is show how to set up a campaign and the auto responder part of the tools, which, to be honest, it's quite new to me as well. So this video will be a little bit watch me and let's see how we go along the way. But I have had a quick look once or twice, so I'm hoping I've got it in my head basically how to do it. Anyway, so the first thing we want to do is obviously go to the All-in-One Profits web page and log in. So just click on the login button there and put in my details. Login. As I say, I've joined the Pro level, which is the basic level is $10, and the Pro level I think is $20, and there's added features. But as I say, I'll go into that into another video. But let's try and sort out, if we can, how to do this campaign and autoresponder. So what you want to do is go into the home page and look for the toolbox at the top, and then click onto the autoresponder tab. Now, as I say, you'll have to bear with me a little bit. I haven't tried to do this a couple of times to get my head around how it works, but if I make any mistakes, well, this is how we'll learn by trying. So first of all, how I understand it is there are campaigns, and that would be equivalent to, say, get responses lists. They would call them lists, or AIOP call them campaigns. I think I think even get responses call them campaigns at one time. Anyway, so that part is where you create your campaign or your list, and then you add on the autoresponder sequence to that list. So let's go down, and we've obviously got add new campaign. So let's put in a campaign ID, and it says that this is an internal ID for this campaign. So as I understand it, this is for your reference and nobody else will see it. So let's just call it test 2. Call it whatever you wish. This is just for this video. And then we got, so that's a campaign ID, and then we need a campaign name. So it says the name will show in the emails, company names allowed. So we want something that people are going, we want to put something because we know people are going to see it. So we'll put, what shall we put? We'll just put AIOP. AIOP, welcome. Not sure how that works out, but that's as good as anything. So we got the campaign ID, we got campaign name, and then we need a campaign email address. And it says this email address you want to use for this campaign can be the same as your other campaign. So I think I'll use my terry@terrytill.com. You can use obviously whichever email address you wish, and then I think it's just about as easy as clicking on the submit button, and that has created the campaigns. And these are all the campaigns you've created. As I say, I've had a bit of a play around and created a couple. And as the campaign goes to the bottom of the list, this is the one we just created, test 2. And what you need to do now is go over to the right hand side and click this go button. I think this is the important part. So next to the campaign, click on this go button. And now everything within the AIOP website is responding to that campaign. So when we create a autoresponder sequence or whatever now, everything we do is going to be linked to that campaign that we've just clicked on the go button. You can see there it says active campaign test 2. These are my references, but test 2. So now what we need to do is do the actual autoresponder. So we'll go to the autoresponder tab and we'll click edit autoresponders, and I'm hoping, yeah, this will give us where we set up our autoresponder sequence for that campaign we just created. Now, as I say, I'm doing this basically as a newbie myself, so bear with me. So I'm not going to spend too much time. Let's just try and see what we can do. So we'll have in this the subject, so we'll just go welcome to AIOP. The interval we want 0 meaning that as soon as somebody signs up, as far as I understand, AIOP runs this as a double opt-in, so they will get an email they have to click on in their email box to accept any further emails from you. So this 0 will say as soon as somebody clicks on that first email from the autoresponder at AIOP saying you've just signed up for an email list, they'll get this email, they'll have to click on that to accept that they're prepared to accept any further emails, and this email you're doing now in this autoresponder sequence will then be sent immediately as it's got 0. And then if we wanted to send one a day later, we'd put a 1 in instead of a 0. That would be plus 24 hours. 2 would be 2 days later, so obviously 48 hours, and so on and so forth. So you can set up a sequence to go immediately, 1 day after, 2 days after, etc., etc. We'll just do something in the body. We'll just put welcome to this AIOP program. Now, when just a little tip, when you're doing any emails in general, just go about halfway across and keep all your text to about halfway. Don't go all the way across. People do not like to read all the way across. So I'll go about in this box, text box, go about halfway, and then press the return or the enter to go down and say whatever. Just going to fill this up with some text. So glad you made this great decision to join us. And obviously it's gone over, so what I would do there is on this word that's just about there is click on the front, return it and bring it in. So we're keeping everything to halfway or less. Try and get it as much halfway as possible, and that way it's easy for people to read across. As I say, don't go the full way, so that's just a little tip. Anyway, that'll do. Obviously you'd put your full text there, and then you would click add message, and that should, yeah, that should now add this up there, which is your first message. And if you had a second message, so we'll put let's just put message 2, and we'll put this at 1 day later, so this will go 24 hours after that first one, and we just say hi, thank you for joining the AIOP program, and we go about halfway, so we just click that, and we look forward to helping you to, and again just go to halfway, helping you to make a wonderful living online, whatever you decide to do. Again, bit about halfway, and then that should, if we add that message, I should just highlight, if you come down here, you can use these in your emails to substitute for first names. And if you use this one, fixed first name, that puts a capital. So in my name, if I wrote Terry with small lower case, that would put a capital T for Terry. So you can use these in your emails, and that gives you all the different I'm not sure what they would call tabs, whatever, and you put those in your emails. Anyway, let's click on add message, and then hopefully, has that added it? I'm not sure whether it's actually connected. Let me try again. It's flickering a bit as I'm recording it. It seems to. Oh, I think it's working away. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so we've got the welcome message, and then we've got a day later message too. So it's got it. It's got a spam rating. This is quite useful. I'm not sure how good this works, as I've not really used it, but we've got the spam score underneath to give you an indication. 0 to 0.5 and then 0.5 to 4 can be improved. Big chance of landing spam. So it's got this indication, which is a good thing. Obviously use it and see how it works out. So we've got 2 emails now in the autoresponder sequence. We've got the campaign set up, so let's go back to campaigns, because what we really need now is, this was the campaign, we need the code for the box, don't we? The sign up code. Let me just pause this 2 seconds. Okay, I just wanted to confirm that I got that sorted out in my head. So what we've got now then, we've got the campaign created, and we clicked on the go, which was just there. Now what we need to do, as far as I can see, is click on this, then click here, tab. So we click there, and it brings us onto this page, and we can see the campaign we're dealing with across the top, active campaign. So obviously look at that first to make sure that you've got the actual campaign you wish to be dealing with, the actual list campaign they call it. And then as we run down, we can see settings for campaign, and that's our campaign we're dealing with. Oops, sorry, it's me on the laptop, sorry about that. So we've got all the settings now for this campaign. So we've got your name, email address, change the sign up URL, put here the URL where the subscriber goes to after filling in the sign up form. So on the sign up form, that sign up, and then the next page that automatically be redirected to. So if you was sending them to a program and you wanted to get them signed up and then send them to the first page of the program, to or the members area or something, this is where you type in your URL. So in my case, I would put them, well, I'm promoting, say, funnelfive, so I'd send them to the members area of funnelfive, which is a long URL. But for the case of just putting something in there, let me just put in. Actually, I've actually got it there, so that will do. And what you do is click on the change, because that's a save button as far as I read. Yeah, that's sort of saved it, so that's saved that. So that's where they'd go to after they put in their email address and click on to say we want to sign up to your list or your campaign. Set the language of the opt-in email, which we'd have in English, but obviously you could change that to suit. Change the opt-in URL. Put here the URL where the subscriber goes to after clicking the confirm link in the opt-in email. Leave empty to use the standard. So there you can in effect have 2 different URLs. That is where they would go to after they filled in their email address immediately. They get this confirmation email in their inbox, and then they'd have to click on the link to confirm. Now you could in effect put a different URL in there and have them go to a different one, to this one you've put up there. But if you leave that empty, when they click on the confirmation, it will just send them to this same URL, which is what I would do. But there must be occasions when you might want them to go to a different URL, a different website address, and then obviously you put that website address in there, and when you put it in, click on the change to update it. Now that should now give us the chance to get the actual opt-in form. So I'm going to pause this video 2 seconds again. Okay, so I'm back and I've just had a quick look while not recording, and so if we go across these and we go to prospects, so we're making sure we're in this campaign that we want, which is the campaign we're dealing with. Go to prospects, and then if we go all the way down to the bottom to HTML form and click on that, this will then give us the code for or the actual form that we need for people to sign into the campaign or the email list, at which stage when they sign in they will then get the autoresponder follow-ups. So this is the page where you first send people to actually get them to sign in. So we're slowly getting there. So what details have we got on this page then? So we've got campaign ID for pre-made page or templates that have a pre-made form on it, and just ask for the campaign ID. The campaign ID for this campaign is, and then there's a number, 95898 in this case. Create a new form. So this is where you can create a form for the actual sign up, and obviously you've got all the different things you can include. Include the following fields in this form, so you can include the phone number, address, city, state, zip code, country, add more custom fields. Personally, I wouldn't touch any of that. Return URL optional. Not so sure I'd put that in. You can obviously mess about with colors, background, transparency, all sorts of things. We just want the basic form, because a lot of the times you're going to just be getting the actual HTML code and put it into, probably you've got a template, or you can get some nice really good templates, or create landing pages in WordPress or what have you, whichever landing page builder you use, and then all you need is the HTML code for your autoresponder. Excuse me. So this is the HTML you would want, and in those you just need really the name and the email text boxes. So this, I'm pretty much guessing, would give you that. If you scroll down, actually they have got some forms, and the forms don't look too bad, look quite decent. But just for this, just looking at the, fill in the form and click the form you want to use. So you can actually use those forms, and obviously you put the names and the oh no, so it's got the name, the email and the button, and you can alter the text on each of those. And then you actually, what you do, oh I've done that again, sorry about that. What you do is then you just put your mouse across and tap on it, and that selects that particular design. And as I say, let's get a bit of traction. They're not moving, so I'll scroll down. We've got quite a bit of selection there. So I mean, for the money, this is really good. So you can choose any of those. But for this, I'm just selecting this, and what you would do, and this would just generate the HTML form, just the HTML code you need to put into a landing page where you've already got a nice designed landing page and you just want the HTML code. So let's just try this. So if we left click on this, and there we go. So really, first time you've got to work your way through, but once you've been through once or twice, you'll get it sussed out, and it won't be a problem. And then you can create several different or as many campaigns as you wish. And that's your HTML code. So you would obviously just tap in there, hold down Control, tap A, that will select all. Hold down Control, tap C, that is now copied. You go to your landing page, you get to your landing page where it asks for your HTML code for your autoresponder. Just Control V, that would paste it into the box, save it, and that's your landing page and your code for your autoresponder setup. So that is a really rough and ready, that would be the actual form. But when you put it into your landing page, you just get the basic name, email, and sign up button. And as I say, on the previous page, on the page before we actually generated it, you could alter this from sign up to get this, join the webinar, or get immediate access to the forum or whatever. You can alter that, and you can have a different, where it's got name or email, you can alter the text there. But this is just a basic run through, and that shows you roughly. As I say, this is pretty much the I think I've done it about once before, and I've had to stop and record the program to get it all on. But that would be how you would do your AIOP, or all-in-one program. Sorry, all-in-one profits. That would be how you'd set up your campaign and set up your autoresponder. And as I say, the program, I've only just joined basically myself last week, well, last few days actually, and I mean, for $10 it looks really good, and it's got some good tools, and as far as I can see, there's no limits on the amount of people you can sign up, which is going to be a massive savings on money compared to I've got GetResponse and Aweber, but this will be a massive money saver. So it's well worth a look. And if you're interested in looking at AIOP, and it's worth a look over, what I'll do, I'll put a link below. So below this video and in YouTube, there'll be a link to my referral link. But if you're in the team, then you can get onto me and we can help each other and sign up. And as I say, for $10 a month, I think it's a really great program and great value. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you've gained some sort of knowledge out of that. I'll no doubt we'll be doing other videos on AIOP as well as other things. So you know, obviously sign up and join the channel, and if you like it, do a thumbs up or put some comments below, and let's try and build my channel and hopefully bring you more valuable content. So thanks again for watching the video, and see you in the next one. Thanks for now. Ciao.